Maximizing Cost Efficiency in SAP Migrations, a detailed guide to AWS infrastructure planning. This podcast is brought to you by Business Compass LLC. We are an Amazon Web Services advanced consulting partner. We build and migrate workloads to Amazon Cloud. Our website is businesscompassllc.com. Our phone number is 973-638-2228. Our email address is contact@businesscompassllc.us. Migrating SAP systems to the cloud is a strategic initiative that can unlock numerous benefits, including scalability, flexibility, and cost savings. However, the financial aspect of such a migration is often a significant concern. In this podcast, we'll explore how to optimize SAP migration costs by meticulously planning and estimating AWS infrastructure expenses. Introduction to SAP Migration Project. SAP systems are critical to many enterprises, powering everything from finance and logistics to human resources and supply chain management. The decision to migrate SAP workloads to AWS is often driven by the need to modernize infrastructure, reduce operational costs, and improve agility. Context and objectives of the SAP Migration Initiative. The primary objective of the SAP Migration Initiative is to transition from an on-premises infrastructure to a cloud-based environment that offers better performance, scalability, and cost efficiency. This migration involves careful planning and execution to ensure minimal disruption to business operations. Role and approach of the cloud architect. The cloud architect plays a crucial role in this migration, designing a solution architecture that aligns with the organization's goals and budget. The architect's approach includes assessing the current infrastructure, understanding SAP workload requirements, and creating a detailed cost estimate using AWS tools. Crafting a strategic plan for estimating AWS migration costs. A strategic plan for estimating AWS migration costs begins with thoroughly analyzing the existing on-premises infrastructure. This includes understanding SAP workloads' compute, storage, and network requirements. The cloud architect must also consider the various AWS services used, such as EC2, RDS, and EFS, and their associated costs. Solution architecture, baseline and AWS pricing calculator. The solution architecture serves as the baseline for cost estimation. The cloud architect can input the necessary parameters, such as instance types, storage volumes, and data transfer rates, to generate an accurate cost estimate by leveraging the AWS pricing calculator. This tool is invaluable for predicting the expenses of running SAP systems on AWS. Analyzing on-premises infrastructure and transition strategy. Analyzing the existing on-premises infrastructure is a critical step in the migration process. This analysis helps identify the resources that need to be transitioned to AWS and the best approach. The transition strategy may include rehosting, replatforming, or re-architecting the SAP workloads, each with cost implications. Detailed walkthrough of AWS pricing calculator usage. The AWS pricing calculator is a powerful tool for estimating the costs associated with AWS services. Here's a step-by-step guide to using it for an SAP migration project. Select AWS services. Start by choosing the services required for your SAP environment, such as EC2 for computing, EFS for storage, and RDS for databases. Input configuration details. For each service, input the specific configurations needed, such as instance types, storage size, and data transfer volumes. Estimate costs. The calculator will generate a cost estimate based on the provided inputs, allowing you to see a breakdown of expenses. Configuring EC2 instances, load balancers, and EFS for production environments. For SAP production environments, selecting the right EC2 instances is crucial. These instances must handle high transaction volumes and provide low latency performance. Additionally, configuring load balancers ensures that the application can scale efficiently while EFS offers reliable and scalable storage. Scaling requirements for staging and development/testing layers. In addition to the production environment, it's essential to consider the scaling requirements for staging and development/testing environments. These environments typically require less computing power but must closely mimic the production setup. Using AWS auto-scaling and appropriately sized EC2 instances can help manage costs effectively. Database migration planning with Amazon RDS. Migrating the SAP database to Amazon RDS requires careful planning. RDS offers managed database services that simplify administration and improve availability. The choice of database engine, for example, Oracle, and the configuration of instances, storage, and backups are critical to ensuring optimal performance and cost efficiency. Configuring RDS for Oracle to meet production, staging, and development needs. When configuring RDS for Oracle, it's essential to tailor the setup to the specific needs of the production, staging, and development environments. This includes selecting the appropriate instance classes, storage options, and backup strategies to balance performance with costs. Incorporating AWS support for premium service assurance. AWS offers various support plans that can be invaluable during and after the SAP migration. Premium support plans provide access to AWS experts who can assist with troubleshooting, optimization, and ensuring that the SAP environment runs smoothly on AWS. Selecting the right support plan for critical SAP operations. For critical SAP operations, choosing the right AWS support plan is essential. The business or enterprise support plans offer features such as 24/7 technical support, a dedicated technical account manager, TAM, and proactive monitoring, which are crucial for maintaining the performance and availability of SAP workloads. Generating and analyzing the cost estimate. Once all the necessary configurations are inputted into the AWS pricing calculator, the next step is to generate a comprehensive cost estimate. This estimate should be analyzed to identify potential cost-saving opportunities, such as using reserved or spot instances for specific workloads. Exporting data for visual representation in PowerPoint presentations. Exporting the AWS pricing calculator data into a PowerPoint presentation can effectively communicate the cost estimate to stakeholders. Visual representations, such as graphs and charts, make it easier to understand the cost breakdown and justify the investment in AWS. Conclusion: key takeaways and future directions. Migrating SAP to AWS is a significant undertaking that requires careful planning and cost estimation. Organizations can optimize their SAP migration costs by leveraging AWS tools like the pricing calculator and selecting the right infrastructure components while achieving their business objectives. Reflecting on the cost-benefit analysis of migrating SAP to AWS. Ultimately, the cost-benefit analysis of migrating SAP to AWS should focus on the long-term advantages, such as reduced operational costs, improved scalability, and enhanced agility. While the initial migration may involve significant expenses, the benefits of running SAP on AWS often outweigh the costs. Thank you for listening to our podcast. Please share this podcast, visit our website, and follow our social media links.